So it's an interesting subject, and a lot of the world leaders have been bringing it up, the issues of deep fake, communications in AI, how they can influence the minds of people, and other issues, the good of AI also, how it can bring an importance in the area of precision and also in logistics and things like that. Mr. Anshuman Tripathi is now with us, member of the National Advisory Board. He's with us in the studio. Thank you very much, Mr. Tripathi. So we know that the UNGA, last month in fact, on the 21st, had passed a resolution regarding AI, whether they're all wanting to regulate it. But when we look at regulation, are we looking at, some overarching big rules for the whole world that everyone should follow? Is that the best way forward? Or to build sort of alliances and say that, okay, let's go step by step?
Thanks for having me on the show. Essentially, the United Nations is looking at an overarching body as a base or a foundation to start with, because India is lucky and blessed to have a lot of software talent and a good AI base. Not every country is as well blessed, so we do not want to leave out biases in the data sets of other countries. We do not want other vulnerabilities to be there. Therefore, a basic framework is of a lot of use.
Indeed, and when we look at AI, we know about, we talk loosely about machine learning, and we know that when a machine learns, it improves, it doesn't repeat its mistakes. Also, technology improves because the processing speed improves of the machine. So it's a matter of if or when, I mean, that's the question, whether it is going to be beyond us to control it.
I guess it's if we allow it to.
Okay.
If we allow it to take control, it would. And I'd give a simple example of even today with WhatsApp. We have autocorrect. Many times we give out sentences which are incorrect, and then we either correct them or let them go if the correction is very small. So in a similar context, if we allow the AI to take control, we lose control. Else, we can always keep control as humans.
Okay. Let's look at some of the advantages then that come straight to mind. The biggest concern of the planet currently is climate change. And we can see that AI tools can help, churn out some sort of the best solutions for conservation, also for efficient energy use. What do you think?
Absolutely. Essentially, AI works on data sets. The larger the data set, the better it is. So in case of climate, we have large sets of data with a lot of countries, including our own, and therefore we can utilize AI to give us a lot of advantage in climate change, climate prediction, in pollution check, and so on and so forth. It's a good area for AI to have applications, and I'm sure there'll be startups in India and abroad which shall be looking at that challenge.
Also in the area of theoretical physics, maths, AI can probably test the theories faster, may help us to expand on general relativity and things like getting us closer to understanding black holes, gravity and the like. What do you think?
Interesting question, because as I said, AI works on data sets. The larger the data set, the better it is. So in those cases where we have labs which have done experiments and have data sets, AI will be utilized. But AI also has research ongoing on smaller data sets. So in the near future, I'm sure there'll be new areas where AI will find application in theoretical physics. But right now, the larger models are the way to go.
Okay. Also, AI helps us, in creating more order. We know that in the world, precision across sectors. I mean, we're using it in transport and logistics, aviation, supply chain management, you name it. This kind of efficiency is likely also to render humans less productive. How do you view this, as a problem or as a solution?
This is a age-old question since the 19th century when the Ludets were around and the original, textile machines came about and people felt that they'll go out of jobs. Let me assure you, time and again we've come to this problem and we've all been better at solving them. we'll have new technologies, we'll have new applications which will create new jobs, there'll be new databases, new data sets which shall be created, there'll be a lot of opportunities. It's just that we choose the right efficiencies to get more efficient than to get lazy.
So would that require, the human being to equip himself or herself, try and develop skill sets that can match this new Industry 4.0 order of things? Or is that just going to happen as a natural course? I mean, we presume that youngsters are already into technology. Is that really the truth, or do we have to develop that?
We are in the process of developing that, and a lot of it has already been developed. As the Honorable Prime Minister spoke about it in his recent speeches also, we are reskilling and upskilling, and the recent India AI mission which has been launched this month, there's 10,000 crores which have been put in place for doing that activity in 8 different sectors in the AI technology base. So there's a lot of effort and a lot of technologies are being developed, a lot of startups are working in that area, and I think India is going to be one of the key players in the world in AI.
So we used to have a problem of hackers back in the day, when the internet was getting more and more popular. So can AI be trained in a sense? It's also using data sets and probably abilities to beat the best security protocols that are in place. So we know that, chess software is better than the best grandmasters already. So I mean, taking that as an example.
This is a standard cat and mouse game that has continued for a long time, the Tom and Jerry of national securities. I think going forward, there'll be new tools, new hackers who will come in, apply AI, and then there'll be new anti-hacking technologies which will also apply the same AI. So there'll be drones and anti-drone solutions, there'll be new hacking solutions and new anti-hacking solutions. And as the Honorable Prime Minister said, we shall utilize new technologies, but also for things like deep fakes and all, we are looking at getting a watermark in place so that the general public is aware of where their vulnerabilities are and what is true and what is AI generated. So this is a game which shall continue. So
finally, I mean, how do we make use of AI to make humans more productive with their time and energies? Because what could happen is that, if AI is doing everything, the human being tends to have a lot of time on his hand and starts probably wasting away. The idle mind has many other opportunities. So, I mean, to try and make use of the best of both.
Well, that's a human choice.
Okay.
Well, we have all kinds of transport. It is our choice whether we walk, have a daily morning walk or not. If we don't, we lose out on our own health. So it's a mature choice, it's a prudent thing that we use technology to augment our capabilities instead of becoming more and more lazy. Though it's a normal human failing that we tend to use technology, AI or any other technology, to make ourselves lazier and make the technology do what we did. But as the Honorable Prime Minister said, let's challenge ourselves and use AI only in those places where we are already very, very well placed. So we augment our capabilities and go further and many steps ahead.
Also, I mean, with taking this question a little further, if, we watch all these famous old movies of spies and things like that, James Bond and the companies, they come across these so-called villains who are capable of utilizing whatever is available to bring destruction to the world. Now that this technology is available, I mean, it's available and we can see that it is growing. I mean, it's not really science fiction anymore. Is there that fear? That fear
surely exists, and that is why security frameworks are being developed worldwide. We saw the US-UK framework come out. India has also developed frameworks with the United States in the initiative of critical and emerging technologies. So those frameworks are being put in place just to nip that bud of technology going in the wrong hands and unskilled people using those technologies. And I'm quite sure we are in a good position with that.
Mr. Tripathi, thank you very much for spending your time with us and enlightening us on this interesting subject. Thank you so much, sir.